Well, hello. Hello, 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 hello. My name is Anthony Randolph, and I get the opportunity to hang out with you today and Success Coach. And today I have something special, as always, and I cannot literally wait to get into it with you today. I feel like it is going to be on time for where you are in your life right now, and it is going to be what you need to hear right now. Are you ready to get into it? I said, are you ready to get into it? You weren't excited about it like I was. You had to be excited about it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go. Though it seems small. Though it seems small. So let's talk about that. What in your life right now feels small? What in your life right now feels small? So if you're listening to this on live stream or you're restreaming this at a later time, think of that question, or you can comment it down below. Definitely would love to hear about what you're thinking. What in your life feels small? Maybe it's a vision you have. Maybe it's a dream you have. Maybe it's a goal you have. Maybe it's the relationship that you have. Maybe it's where your kids are right now. There could be a lot of things in your life that seem small. But I want to ask you this question. Just because it's small, does it mean to you unimportant? Okay? Anything that anything that we consider great started off small. And anything that we like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, was something that was once small. From a kid to a business idea to even what I'm doing right now with success coaching. Started off small. And man, today I encountered a story probably last week that really kind of changed my perspective on something, and I believe it will change yours. So I'm going to tell it. Okay, you ready? Okay, good, you're ready. So, Amazon, the mighty Amazon, got an Amazon package here. So if you're listening to some podcast later, they have an Amazon package in my hand, and I have an Amazon box sitting right here next to me. I'm not going to show you my address. I don't want you coming to my house. My wife loves Amazon. She is an Amazon enthusiast. And because of that, I love Amazon too. That being said, so can you picture your life without Amazon? Or having stuff delivered quickly to you that previously you had to go to the store, you had to go find it. If your store didn't have it, you had to order. It would take 7 to 10 business days. Now we can literally get stuff overnighted to us. Normal. Like, kind of embarrassed to say this out loud, but I'll say it. I needed mouthwash, so I was like, hey, babe, can you give me mouthwash? So yeah, Amazon did. Came the next day. I know, don't judge me. Don't judge me. That being said, can you imagine a world when we didn't have that? There used to be a world without that. Now you can pretty much get whatever you need that quickly. Now let's reverse engineer that. And let's ask the question of the person that started that. I posted a video recently on my Facebook and all the social media platforms we have of Jeff Bezos. And he shows a person is videotaping him and they're showing his first office. And it's a video from many years ago. And they're showing his first office. And it was small, like college dorm room kind of small. Not the luxury kind of college dorm room some people live in now, but like super, where you're on a budget kind of the college dorm room, where you may get 1 to 2 people in there barely comfortably. And so they had a huge computer they had a computer on one side, computer on the other side, stacks of paper everywhere, and it was like just even with the person filming, it was kind of full in the room. That maybe was still a total of 4 people in the room, and it just felt like it was full, kind of like a Thanksgiving. A lot of people in the house. So it showed where he started, and he goes, "Hey, welcome to Amazon Inc." And he was just kind of showing people around the office, and it literally took like maybe total of 20 seconds to show people around the office. He's like, "Here's this computer, here's this computer right here, and here's this computer right here. Here's how we plug everything in." And it looked kind of messy and junky, and stuff was everywhere. And you're like, "Man, this was Amazon? This is how it started?" From what we have right now, we can get stuff overnighted to us in these kind of packages. It started from a messy, small college dorm room size room. And it makes you ask the question, and here's where I want to go with you on this. Your life may look like what Amazon started with right now. Out of order. May feel like, man, I feel like I'm doing something special. And yet there's a lot of pieces that I still don't feel like understand where this fits and where that fits, and how is this gonna work with this, and how is how is it all gonna work together? What I came to the conclusion is that no important thing. You could start in a small college dorm room size building, or you could be start in a large office space. Doesn't matter. As long as you just keep going. Picture our lives without what Amazon, Jeff Bezos, and the people that he collaborated with to work on Amazon. Picture our life without that. How different would your life be? The glasses I'm wearing, I got them off Amazon. Like, all the stuff that we consider normal started by someone doing something small. That's good. All the stuff that we considered normal started off by someone doing it small. So what you're doing right now, small, that may seem maybe not unimportant to everybody else. They may say, "Oh yeah, you're doing that little thing you're doing." And I heard the funniest thing. It was on Instagram. This lady said, "Please don't call anything I'm doing little." And you have to have that kind of perspective, even when it doesn't make sense. Some people will view what you're doing as little, and that's okay. They don't understand. They did the same thing with Amazon. It may happen like that. I'm running a gym business. Oh, you're running a little gym business? No, no, no. I'm running a gym business. Oh, how many clients you have? It don't matter. I'm not talking to you. Because yes, it's little now, but catch me in 5 years. Yeah, catch me in 10 years. Catch me in 6 months from now. Catch me in, and those people then will go, "Oh man, I knew you was gonna be able to do that. I knew it. I knew you were gonna be." Come on, man. So here's the premise of what we're talking about today. Though it seems small, continue. That's all we're going to talk about the rest of the time. Continuing on what seems small. Continue the process of saying yes every day. Yeah, every time you show up to work on something, I'm working on a new book with a study guide and with a small group guide, and I'm having to work on that day by day by day by day by day by day by day. And I believe it's going to influence people and change people's life, though it seems small right now. I've already told people, I said, I want this book to sell 1,000 copies. Some people are like, 1,000 copies for what? Just because you want the number? No, I don't. It's not just because I want the number. Because I believe it's that influential. I believe it's going to help people who are struggling through this topic. Oh, okay. Yeah. You have to have that belief. That's why I want to speak into you right now. Belief. Belief that what you're doing is so valuable that you cannot stop. You cannot stop. You cannot stop. You hear me? Don't stop. Well, no one notices me. I'm pretty sure they didn't notice Amazon until it became Amazon. You can't stop. I don't care if you're just a mom. I don't care if you're a student. I don't care if you're a young person. I don't care who you are and what you're doing. If it's at school, if it's at, in your relationships, you can't stop. Here's why. Because we need to see the full version of what you're developing through this process. I don't care if you're a musician or you're an artist and you're developing something and you're like, man, it's just this seems small. I have a vision for it to be in an art gallery, but I don't see how it can go from an art gallery from my house in my room to an art gallery. How is that possible? I don't see how I can take this song to being nominated for a Grammy. Come on, I'm talking to somebody. I don't see how I could take this clothing brand to Fashion Week in New York or in Paris. I don't see how I can take this book to New York Times bestseller. I don't see how I can take these kids that I'm parenting and working with to being the best that they can possibly be. I don't see how I can grow this organization. I don't see how I can grow this ministry. I don't see how I can use this time that I have to do this. I don't know how I can do it because it seems so small. Let's talk about that right there. Just because it's a small seed doesn't mean it can't grow something large. In every apple seed, there's millions of trees. You hear what I said? In every apple seed, there's millions of trees. And sometimes we eat the apple, and we eat everything around the seeds, throw it away. Or in our own personal life, everything around it seems to fade away, and we think all we have is seeds, so I gotta throw this away. When it's quite the contrary. When you have seeds, you need to plant. Yeah. I have a vision. I have a vision for my kids' book, Isaac Lattimore. I have a vision for that. I want to see it become a movie series where we're literally, forget Disney. I'm talking about when kids watch this movie series, they're like, oh my gosh, Isaac Lattimore, that I can relate to that kid. I can relate to him in my personal life. I understand him. He speaks to me. So what is that thing for you that seems small that you need to talk that vision out with? That's the keys for you today. Keep the vision. Keep the vision. In fact, dream even bigger. That's for somebody. You have let the life situations constrict your creativity to where your creativity feels like it's on life support. And the cares of this world, the opinions of people, the life situations have come to constrict your creativity out, and you feel like you have nothing left to give. I want to say to you that's a lie. You have more than enough to give. You have more than enough to give. And I speak that right now into your life. You have more than enough to give. So that dream that you have, keep the vision. In fact, right now, dream even bigger. Previously, I would have been scared to say what I was thinking because I was scared what people will think. People will think what they want to. That's just what will happen. And you have a choice to not believe it. So keep the vision. Next thing, stay around the right people. Stay around people who help you nurture seed. help you take care of your personal life and garden. They help you take care of your personal garden of your dreams, the things that you're passionate about, so that when you plant seed, you don't have people that come up and try to dig it up and tell you how worthless it is. Can you imagine the people that probably said, "Hey Jeff, what you doing?" "Well, I'm building Amazon Inc." "Oh, that little thing, that little shipping thing you were talking about." "Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a global company. We're gonna send packages, like this all across the world." You know, "Oh, that little shipping thing you were talking about. Come on." Or you get a person around you is like, "Oh my gosh, I know what we're doing. I know we're in this small college room, dorm room, Jeff Bezos from Amazon, but we're going to develop Amazon into the world's top distribution company ever. I can see it." And then you get those people around you, and you gotta start to build, and you build, and you build. Before you know it, the same people that were questioning the little thing are now the people asking for you for a job, because your seed that you planted has now become a tree, and people want to take shade underneath it. Come on, I'm talking to somebody. So that what you're doing, what you're building, what you're allowing to produce, then becomes a tree for somebody else to get under, or you produce jobs for other people. So, lastly, first thing, keep your vision. Next one, keep the right people around you. Last thing, stay focused. Stay focused. Man, with technology, it is so easy to lose focus. It is so easy. You get a text, you get a phone call, you get an email, and you're working on something, all of a sudden you're distracted. When you're distracted, you're less productive. And less productive is easy when you feel less productive, it's easier to say no to something you should say yes to. Okay? So when you're constantly distracted, it's easier to not focus on what matters the most. And I'm not just talking about your vision here. I'm talking about your family. I'm talking about that relationship. I'm talking about that business idea. I'm talking about the things that we overlook because we had to respond to that text to that person who didn't really need anything. They just didn't plan ahead. So all the things that we're talking about today, it comes to this point. Though it seems small, continue it. Though it seems small, continue with it. Why, Anthony? Why should I do that? Because you never know what you're, no pun intended, what you're primed to do. Amazon Prime. You never know what you're primed to do. And if you quit now, or if you get distracted now, or you stay around the wrong people, or if you lose your vision now, I want to say this. I hope you don't think that vision, just because you decide not to do it and you push it off and you push it off, I hope you don't think that it won't wake you up at night. Because it will. I hope you don't think that desire won't wake you up at night, because it will. And it will let you be in a place where maybe you're comfortable, and it won't let you be satisfied. And you'll think you'll go to the doctor, you'll go try to get help and try to get I don't know why my stomach, I can't sleep, I don't know that. And that's that thing inside of you. And I gotta say this to somebody. I gotta prophesy this in somebody's life. There is a dream and desire that that God has asked you to do, and you have questioned Him over and over and over, saying, "Is this the right time? Is this the right time?" He's like, "Go ahead and do it," and you're like, "Yeah, I'll wait." And so He's telling you right now, and you're watching me, and you just happen to click on, but you're watching this, and you need to be reminded that the thing inside of you is so valuable and so important that He had to bring a guy from that you maybe barely know to remind you that this is the time. Where you're like, "How can I make this happen?" Well, you've been saying that for years. And God is like, "You need to do this right now." So, sorry I had to do that, man. Not sorry, but that was really on my heart to do. So, yeah. Though it seems small, it's time to do it. It's time to do it. What's in your heart to do? What seems small? You got to do it. Love you guys. Hope you have an excellent day. Peace.